What's up guys, this is Void of Just Gaming straight from my new home, and I've got some Keera video for you. I haven't featured on the channel for quite a while. Of course, this is one of the freshest channels for Arena Valor content. I haven't featured Keera in quite a while, and I thought I should try her again because some of the things have changed and she is super good right now. That's the only thing I can tell. I haven't played her that often, but every single time I get my hands on her, she plays really well and she's got a great kit, and I think she's still one of the best junglers out there. Great mobility, especially her ultimate is ace because you can travel through obstacles without thinking about walls, forests and stuff like that. So check out today's video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button, put on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. Leave a like if you like the video and feel free to put down your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go! Alright guys, here is the armory and I want to show you my build. Because we are going jungle, of course we have the jungle item with us, and the rest of the build is straight pure damage. There might be a tweak in the Arcana that I'm going to discuss later on in this video, but this is the main build. We've got here the Loki's Curse for the ability power and the cooldown speed. We've got some enchanted kicks for some magic penetration. Therefore we're using the evil secrets as well. They're giving us magic pierce 150. The diadem is here for the diadem reasons. It's a staple. It's the one item that has to be in every mage build. It's as simple as that. Then we are using the we're using the orb here for some more ability power and the ability to freeze ourselves. I've done that once in the video with the enchantment that I have picked, and it went fairly well. And last but not least, we've got the Blade of the Eternity, but of course you can use Zweihänder, you can use Apocalypse, everything that suits your playstyle is in here, and that last slot is there for adjustments. Arcana wise, we are going with my mage damage build, meaning ability power plus 90, magic pierce is not that great, and that's what I wanted to discuss. Magic lifesteal plus 10% is actually really good. Like, you're going to see that you're healing up a full stack when you encounter creeps in the jungle, and cooldown speed plus 7%. That comes from 10 times Violate, that comes from 10 times Devour, and then comes from 10 times Hex. And Hex is the Arcana that might be discussable. You can change that for Flurry and get more Magic Pierce. That's something that I might use and try out in the future, but basically this is the build that we're going with. And in the enchantment section we have 4 times damage, meaning that we're going with Raging Inferno for more damage, Deadly Claw for more ability power, and we're using Curse of the Death. Normal attacks at an enemy, blah blah blah. Of course we are going to be in melee, so we're going to hit enemies a lot with our melee attacks. We're using Mark of the Frost here for the orb minute into March, one charge, meaning that we're going to freeze, unable to move, but then we don't receive any damage while in this frozen state. And we're using Gunslinger here for the additional stat improvement, and that's the build. Let's see how it worked, and it worked really well. I was a little bit worried at the beginning because, as you can see, or as you will see, we are going a really strong enemy team. The draft that they've been picking was actually really good. They've got Valheim, who's got great stun and great crowd control effects. They've got Kha'Zix, who's always a pain to fight. They've got Crixie, who deals a ton of damage. And in combination with the stun ability from Valheim and the pushing effects of Lina, she can predict her spells even better than she could while using her own knockup. So that's really strong. And they've got Elaine, who's got knockup effect as well. So quite a lot of crowd control, which makes the choice of my boots debatable. Like, I could have gone for the Gilded Greaves in hindsight, but as it went fairly well, I'm good to go. So what do we see at the beginning of the game? I'm going in here because I saw that my team was having some trouble. Crixie went up without any noticeable information from our Leicester. It's always a pain. It's always a real bummer, guys, if you see that some of your opponents in the lane are actually moving. You should always ping your team, enemies missing, or be careful or something like that, because otherwise they will be trapped. Like, there's Arena Valor has little communication, the ping system is okay-ish, so you should always use that to the fullest extent if possible, and otherwise it's like super annoying. It's super annoying if you end up being trapped with the enemy jungler, with the enemy mage, with the dual lane, and you just think, okay, if I would have known, I would not have exhausted that much, because it's, or overextended that much, because it's just easy to avoid mistakes like that. So, beg your pardon, please ping as much as possible. And as you can see, my team overextends here quite a lot. Crixie is roaming to some places again, like no one knows where she is. If you check the mini-map, now she's back again, but no one knew what's going on. So, always a problem. Like, we saw that a lane was coming to our lane, and I make a call here without calling. Like, I could have activated attack, but Omen saws me. Really good overview of the minimap, and we catch the enemy jungler, which was really good. Now I'm trapped in that stupid Yina effect. Like, it's again really strong, and we are able to get a kill for Omen here as well, which is actually really nice. Like, we've got the jungler going to set a lane a little bit behind, because now he can't get any farm. And on the other hand, we have freed up the Omen, who is one of the best split pushers out there in the game, and enabling him to roam into his tower and deal some damage to the tower, which unfortunately he can't because he was busy doing other things. But it doesn't really matter, because you want to set enemy backs with kills and deaths as much as possible. So that's one of the game plans. Getting kills, going into towers, going to farm, and getting more experience and more gold, because that's just something that helps. Now in this scene, my macro was actually really bad, and now we've got the full stack of enemy heroes out there in the jungle, in the river, and I think that situation was really bad for the enemies. Triple kill for me. Now I have to freeze myself, because otherwise the priority from Valheim would have been Keera, and that would have killed me. And that was a quad kill, ladies and gentlemen. He was killed a little bit too late, but this was a quad kill. Unfortunately, we don't have that many minions with us. And as Kha'Zix is back, like, we could have pushed it even further, but we just decided to roam back to our lanes again to do some cleanup. And I think that was a good choice. Unfortunately, they are fighting up there again. So what they should have done would have been to cause some trouble, get some farm, and then go back immediately. Because Kefni is already dead, and Valor is fighting against Crixie and Valheim. And I can't believe it. Like, he managed to kill both of them, which is, like, super lucky. That's not something that you should rely on, that you're getting both of the enemy heroes, because that's just a dream come true. Of course, if you're a good player and if they're low, you can do it. But in this case, I think I'm not watching the map, but it seemed a little bit difficult and a little bit overwhelming. So now I see that there's a low tower, and I use my ult to go in for the kill on Crixie. High risk, high reward play, or middle risk, middle reward play. And we are again doing a good job on getting the enemies here. And I'm sacrificing myself here to the extent that I do get the triple kill on them. But I want my team to get the tower. And therefore I was following up so that Yina and I think Valheim had to retreat because they were so low. They were so low that they could not even that they could not even stand a chance if I would have activated one of my abilities. Guys, your S2 is super strong if the enemy is actually staying in that circle, or in that kind of formation on the ground, dealing a ton of damage. So use it wisely, and usually if the enemy clumps up, it's really easy to get one of the targets, or even two, or even three. So now we've got a crazy Valheim, thinking that he can defeat me underleveled as he is. Or not underleveled, but he's low level. Level 8 versus level 10. Of course he dealt some damage, but now you can see how good the life gain is. I was on like 2/3 of my health, and now I'm on my normal health again. Got some lag in here. Doesn't matter. And now we're about to get another Abyssal Kratos. That should be the second one. The second one after the enemy got one as well. So it's 2-1 right now. Smiting it here for no reason. Frostbiting it here for no reason. Smite is another game. And now there will be a couple of stress out here, because we have attracted some other heroes. Elaine goes in. I think not the smartest move, because now he's defeated by Valor. And what I'm doing is just, I'm going like assassin-like. I'm going in all the time, but the problem is they have clumped together. They've chosen a really good team fight here, picked us up, and we have been separated, and so they had an easy game. So well played from the enemies. They focused on the right targets, while Omen is split pushing and Kathleen is trying to defend the tower. Not really watching what Omen does right now, but I think that second tower should have been gone right now. I mean, everyone was in the jungle, so if he pushes everything into the tower, that should be no problem at all. Now he is going for the Kha'Zix. Okay, we can do that. I mean, he's got great dueling potential, so if ult is up and he's got 2 or 3 stacks on his passive, that Kha'Zix should be dead meat. But of course, Kha'Zix has the ability to roam freely. And now that's bad micro. That's now really bad micro, because Yina just caught me in her combo sequence. If she catches you once, you can't get out of there, and that's a bummer. I think that was a little bit too much damage for just one singular lane, but never mind, now he's dead. Dead for granted. So I really like Keera right now. Like, I just realized that I need to play her even more. Like, I haven't played her that much before. Like, she was released and she was super overpowered, then everyone played her and she was really annoying. But the cool thing is, you don't see that much of her on the battlefield. That might be for meta restrictions. Maybe there is one single hero that counters her and who's been in a matchup all the time, and I don't really get that or didn't recognize it. So that might be the case, but otherwise she's got great mobility. Her damage is outstanding. Like, she's got great damage potential. Look at that, like dum 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 dum, and there we go, defeated. Of course, that was the combination of all the other heroes as well, but she's got great damage potential. It's outstanding. She's doing fairly well because she's got great mobility. So I don't know what's not to love about her. Like, she's a really solid character in the jungle right now, dealing a lot of damage, and I think you should give her a try if you haven't played her in quite a while, as I did. Like, I was surprised how good she felt and how smooth her playstyle is. That's something that I always kind of look on if I have been playing a hero for not that long. Like, how smooth is the damage? How smooth is the movement? How smooth is what that hero is capable of doing? And I think that gap closer is delicious. That gap closer saves lives and ends lives, and in this phase it ended a life. So that was really good, like really good. Okay, well, I just complimented myself. I jumped really well. That jump was really good. So now it's closing in time. As you can see, my team is focusing more towards the middle and the bottom lane. And this situation is something where you need to be careful if you're going to push like I do, and you've got all the heroes lined up, trying to defend their own towers. There's two scenarios. The one scenario is that your team gets riled up, gets killed, and you will be killed afterwards, because they're just going to pick one by one. The other situation is that your team is occupying them long enough so that you do get some towers. And in this case, we did not only get towers, but we killed the entire enemy team, aced them, and got the last tower, while our minions are already damaging that tower. That's the minions from the top tower, and that's game. Like, it was as easy as that. So from the team comp, from the beginning, I had the feeling that we would have had a more difficult game. But then with the quad and the triple, that's like 7 kills in a row. I think we kind of won the game by kills, and then we've got into the objectives, and that made us win the game. 7-1 Omen, fantastic. 11-3-6 for me. So we've got plenty kills, 35 versus 15. Here's the damage chart. And yeah, that was it. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your evening.